Well, thanks a lot, guys. A lot of big storylines tonight. One of them, of course, backup quarterback Ryan Griffin, who we appreciate joining us. Such a great black and gold scrimmage, such a great game last week, and you did some good things tonight. How much more comfortable are you feeling out there?
It's a process. I think every practice and every game, I'm getting closer and closer to where I want to be. But I don't think I'm anywhere near where I want to be.
Talk about really, getting your rhythm with that long pass to Joe Morgan. I guess that'll kind of get things going, huh?
Definitely. That was the first completion of the game, and then we ran up there, and the next pass was to Mark. I mean, both those guys had great plays there. Joe with the catch, and then Mark making the safety miss.
Overall tonight, a lot of penalties, but there were some good moments. I mean, assess your night overall tonight.
Ups and downs. There's some passes that were completed that I wish I had better ball placement on, and then there's some passes incompleted that obviously I wish I had better ball placement on. So there's a bunch of little things I wish I would have done differently, but I'll look at the film and correct it.
Being here in the Superdome, you played college ball here. Are there any advantages of that, just knowing this place and being comfortable here?
I think so. Just coming in and knowing I've played tons of games here, I'm familiar with the surroundings, and it's definitely a little calming.
Drew Brees told me last week, he's on with us after each game, that he's kind of Coach Brees. That's how he feels his role is right now. How does he help you during the game in this preseason?
He was Coach Brees, and he was hype man today. He was getting pumped up for Luke and I and Logan. So it was great to see him on the sidelines running overs, giving high fives and slapping guys around and joking around. But he was definitely helping out as a coach as well. As when Luke was in there for the first half, I was sitting there with Drew looking over some of the pictures, and he was giving me some tidbits of information. I was trying to pick up on everything,
I know in the offseason you guys worked out together in San Diego, and you've gotten to know him so much better compared to at this point last year. What has he meant to you leading into this preseason, because it's been such a big preseason for you?
It's been great. He's awesome. He's a down-to-earth guy, someone that I can always go to and ask for any questions, any help that I need. He's there, and obviously he's a future Hall of Fame quarterback, so I'm trying to soak up every bit of information I can.
You're a modest guy. You always seem to accentuate what you have to do better, but just talk about what the last 3 weeks have meant for you overall, and the good things that you've done.
There's still a lot that I need to get better. So there's some good things. It was great to get out and move the ball. Whenever you're able to get in and get points, that's big. And so last week we got a bunch of points, and this week we got turnovers. We weren't able to capitalize every time, but we did get some points, and so that's good. So it's just execution. I'm always just trying to get as many points as possible. I'm greedy. I'm trying to get as many touchdowns as possible.
You sound like Drew Brees quite a bit, just always trying to get better. Last question. Boy, these quarterback challenges after practice have taken on a life of their own, and it seems like every time the camera's on, you've done pretty well. I mean, the ice bucket challenge and the Plinko. What is it about when the cameras are on? You tend to win these things.
Hey, like you said, when the cameras are on, I'm winning. I'm not always winning, though, whenever the cameras aren't on. So, we keep score of everything. I think Drew came out on top for our overall competition, and then I was able to get him in the challenges. So, but I'm very fortunate whenever the cameras are on to get a couple wins.
He hates losing those, doesn't he?
He does, and he hates the fact that I don't think he won on camera the whole time either. But he was killing us on all the other times.
All right, well, listen, a good game tonight. We'll see you next week in Indianapolis.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
All right, Ryan Griffin, how about the old school New Orleans Jazz shirt, too, going retro?